Welcome to the ultimate chess battleground, where the most brilliant minds battle it out on the 64 squares of glory. Whether you're a seasoned grandmaster or a curious newcomer, this is the place to be for the ultimate chess experience. So sit back, grab your favorite drink, and get ready for a thrill ride like no other. Today, where we have Equin Nazir playing as white, and Winter Wolf playing as black, on chess.com. At move 1, we see the standard e4 opening from white, and black responds symmetrically with e5. After move 2, white develops their knight to f3, and black moves their bishop to c5, leading to king's pawn opening, king's knight, Busch-Gass Gambit, intending to put pressure on white's pawn on e4. The king's pawn opening, also known as e4, is one of the most popular and oldest opening moves in chess. In this game, the king's knight variation is employed, where white moves the knight to f3, attacking the pawn on e5. Black responds by bringing out their bishop to c5, which is known as the king's bishop defense. Now, white plays the Busch-Gass Gambit with the move d4, offering the pawn to black in order to gain control of the center of the board. This gambit is a sharp and aggressive line that can lead to some exciting play. Black has a choice to accept the gambit by capturing the pawn, or decline it by ignoring it and continuing with their own development. The main idea behind the Busch-Gass Gambit is to create strong central control and place pressure on black's position early on. If black decides to accept the gambit, they must be careful not to fall into any traps and give white a strong advantage. If black declines the gambit, they must be careful to not fall behind in development and create their own counterplay. Overall, the king's pawn opening with the king's knight variation and Busch-Gass Gambit is a fascinating and dynamic opening that can lead to exciting and tactical games. It requires careful play and calculation from both sides, and can often lead to a complex and unpredictable struggle for control of the center of the board. Continue to the game, white responds with nc3, attacking black's pawn on e5 and forcing black to move their knight. Black moves their knight to f6, and white advances their pawn to h3, preparing to stop any future threats of a knight jumping to g4. At move 5, black decides to move their knight to h5, which seems like an aggressive move, but it doesn't really accomplish much. White develops their knight to d3, and black responds by exchanging knights with nf4. With move 6, white plays a strong move by capturing black's knight with their pawn. This move creates an open file for white's rook and puts pressure on black's bishop on c5. Black responds by taking white's pawn on d4 with their bishop, which white recaptures with their knight. At move 8, white captures black's bishop with their pawn, and black responds by capturing white's pawn on b2 with their bishop. White then moves their rook to b1, putting pressure on black's bishop on a3. At move 11, white moves their bishop to c4, targeting black's knight on c6. Black responds by castling on move 12, which is a good move, but it also means that their king is now exposed to a potential attack. At move 13, white moves their rook to b5, attacking black's pawn on b7, and black responds by pushing their pawn to a6, protecting the pawn on b7. At move 14, white moves their rook to h5, putting pressure on black's king side, and black responds by pushing their g-pawn to g6, protecting their king. At move 16, white castles on the king side, further securing their king's safety, and black captures white's pawn with their pawn on g6. At move 17, white plays a spectacular move, bf6, which threatens mate on the next move. Black tries to block the attack by moving their knight to c5, but it's too little, too late. And with move 19, white delivers a checkmate with qg5, and Winter Wolf resigns. In conclusion, it was a great game from Equin Nazir, who played with precision and accuracy, exploiting the weaknesses in black's position and ultimately delivering a checkmate. Black made a few inaccuracies, and that proved costly in the end. In this game, white successfully executed the Busch-Gass Gambit in the king's pawn opening, sacrificing a pawn to gain control of the center and open lines for their pieces. Black failed to capitalize on their material advantage and made several passive moves, allowing white to gain a significant advantage. The lesson we can learn from this game is the importance of being proactive and taking advantage of opportunities. As black, it's essential to counter-attack and gain control of the center after accepting the pawn gambit. Black's passive play and failure to develop their pieces allowed white to dominate the board and win the game convincingly. In chess, as in life, we must be willing to take risks and seize opportunities to succeed. That's it for today's chess game, but the adventure never ends. Join us again for the next chapter in the ultimate chess saga, where anything can happen, and anyone can emerge victorious. Until then, keep sharpening your skills, and may the force be with you on the chessboard.